be stuck where we are. All right, is long distance capable of killing a relationship? Well, we're about to find that out on the program today. You are definitely welcome to the program Love Angles. Now, they say distance doesn't matter when roots of the relationship is strong enough. How true is this statement? Well, let us know right now what you think about long distance relationship. Can long distance relationship work for you? My name is Jennifer Ogo on the program. Remember, our website is www.clickniger.net, and we've been giving you some hip hop hits, especially from the 90s. So if you've not linked to our website, better do that right now. All right, can long distance relationship work for you? Now, on Love Angles, we talk about issues that concerns romantic relationship and how to make them work better. In our increasingly mobile and connected world, we have opportunities to meet and learn from people all over the world. And with these opportunities come more chances of finding love sometimes, thousands of miles away from home. Before the advent of technology, um, long distance relationships used to be an anomaly, like it was almost impossible to even get involved in one in the first place. But in some cases, one might have to travel, for either education, like study or work, or even military service, and the relationship, has no choice except to adapt to that particular change. But nowadays, we can find, love at a distance too. So we can even fall in love at a distance. With the internet, it's easier than ever to establish romantic relationship even before seeing the other person in real life. What challenges do long distance relationship encounter? And of course, how can people in long distance relationship ensure that the success of their relationship will definitely dive high? We'll be exploring these questions on the program today. Let's begin by discussing some challenges people in long distance relationship have to deal with. Number one is miscommunication. So this is the most important thing, yet could lead to a cracked up wall in a relationship. When miscommunications happen, our first instinct is to begin to shout or to begin to defend yourself. So if your partner says something that, could either be mistook for a joke or a serious comment, the simple thing for you to do is just to say, okay, I'm sorry, babe, I actually didn't understand what you mean. Can you just make me understand better? This is actually the most simple way to communicate without being misinterpreted. Now, the second one is having nothing to talk about. So, from misinterpreting, to feeling like you have nothing to talk about, don't worry, it's completely normal because you're not seeing each other physically. You remember, this is not just the normal relationship where you get to see each other anytime you like. So stop trying to make your distant relationship a regular relationship. It's okay not to have anything to talk about. So when you get to see each other face to face regularly, conversations, get to flow easier, and you can spend time with each other and talk and talk and talk till you fall asleep. But there are periods where you might not really talk constantly. It might have to be like a couple of days. You might have to pick a date to communicate in that relationship. Just stick to that schedule. It doesn't mean that your relationship is hitting rock bottom. No, just know that as long as really the communication is there and there is an understanding. So the third challenge and the most frightful challenge is actually growing apart. So the most serious problem in any long distance relationship is when partners begin to feel like they might be growing apart while you spend that time apart from each other and you're both experiencing new things individually. This could happen. So we learn things and continue to grow as a person, and so will they. Allow your partner to experience life as an individual, grow, become a better person, adapt to that situation, keep track of how you guys are doing, how you guys are changing or even developing. Doing things alone all the time can start to feel normal and natural and make you drift apart from the relationship. So the cure to this could actually be doing things together. Decide that at a particular day, okay, we are going to make rice on a Sunday. What kind of rice? It could be stir fry, it could be the Nigerian jollof rice, just to keep up that spirit in the relationship, even though you are distant away. Now, let me just go over now to some comments I gathered online. Our first one is coming from Samboy, and he's saying it's very, very extremely rare that long distance relationship work out. Even commitment in a non distance relationship slash a short distance relationship is still a problem, not to talk about commitment in a very long distance relationship. Really, Samboy? So if you feel that a man is right for you, or a woman is right for you, someone must be ready to relocate. The idea of long distance thing is just a mirage for a guy that has money to spend around, because definitely this would attract women around. And in the case of a lady, if she's beautiful, men would keep flocking around. So somebody doesn't even believe that long distance relationship could work. But let us know, do you think long distance relationship can work for you? Do you know that there are people who actually do better when they are far apart? Like the relationship might just be more successful if they don't have to see their partner every day and every time. So they feel they could build a better relationship if they are apart from each other. On the other hand, there's some people that have the opinion that okay, long distance relationship might not work for me. Like I cannot cope in any way. If I'm not seeing you, that means we're not dating, blah blah blah. So the question is, can long distance relationship work for you? Now let's talk about further challenges now that partners in long distance relationship have to deal with. One is being too busy to talk. Like seriously, I should come first in the relationship. Why should you be too busy for me and blah blah blah? Now, on the flip side of the problem of talking too much, there is also the serious problem of being too busy or too tired of talking. There is a popular Nigerian proverb that goes, anything where you start, make sure you finish. I'm like, okay, finish what you started. So this is particularly relevant to this situation. So if you're the kind of person that talk too much, from the beginning of a relationship, is like you are talking almost every hour. When something happens, either it could be work related, it could be any other issue, you might just find it difficult to adapt, and you might start to think that okay, something fishy is going on that you do not know. Something like this could be a big problem in the relationship if you're not someone that can actually understand that times could change, you guys could grow together, be more mature. You could just spend time doing other things, not necessarily because you are too busy to talk to that person, but because at that particular point in time, what you want to, the task you have ahead of you is very, very relevant. Now, another challenge that partners in long distance relationship get to face is jealousy, and jealousy is a natural and normal feeling. Honestly, when I see partners being quite jealous of each other, I actually envy them, and I actually don't have any problem with this because I just feel it's a good sign and it's nothing negative at all. So jealousy signals that you really do care about this person, like I said, but too much jealousy can have a negative impact on your relationship. In fact, anyone that is like really too jealous, I just feel like you're a person that is so possessive, and if one partner is possessive in that relationship, it's not a good sign at all in any form. Like, the fact that you love someone doesn't mean you have to eat up that person. You have to be living inside the person's spirit and soul, inside the person's body, for you to prove to the person that you love him or her. You don't have to go to that extent. There are several ways you can showcase, you know, your love languages and the fact that you love someone. There are things that you could do. Being possessive is not one of them. It is a no. Finally, on the challenges that folks now or partners in long distance relationship have to deal with is ghosting. This is so annoying. Now, ghosting means, for the benefit of those who might not know, ghosting means disappearing. So literally, you're disappearing. So your partner isn't answering their call, for instance, or returning your text, especially on time. For those who are like very detailed and want everything ASAP, and you're just going out of your mind wondering what has happened to him or her. This is very common now in new relationship. That's quite understandable. So, for the benefit of those who are probably beginning to get entangled with someone and trying to get serious with this person now, not entanglement. I don't want to use that word entanglement. And the person is not just returning your messages. Maybe the person takes like almost 24 hours to return your message, or even 2 days, especially whether about WhatsApp message or SMSs, whichever, or DMs, whatever. I believe courtesy should be that you tell the person that, okay, you're quite busy, can I respond to this message probably in 45 minutes time, or in 4 hours or 6 hours, or to the close of work or something. I feel it's really rude, keeping someone there hanging. So if you actually have that occurrence, maybe once, twice, three times, like it's a reoccurring situation where you're trying to get to know someone and the person is probably putting you on hold, person is not even picking your call, even if the person decides to return the call maybe after like 2 days, my brother, don't feel like my sister, like it's not a good sign, especially for a new relationship, not to talk of a distant relationship. Just know that it's not going to work. So can long distance relationship work for you? That's the question we are asking you now. Another social media reaction. We are getting this one from Brickscapes, and he's saying it just depends on how much the both parties want to be together and how sincere they are about it. So distance or no distance, those that will cheat will cheat. That's what I said earlier in the program. Like, there are some people who might be better off in a long distance relationship. Like, they really prefer it because they're not ready to go through the hurdles and the headaches and the naggings and all. They just want a very mature relationship where you both have really mature conversations. You look towards the future, and they're just very detailed, and they just want that objective. Like, they just want the aim of the relationship to just be the way they want it to be, and they just feel distance relationship could do that for them. So if you're that kind of person, it's okay. All right, what I'm trying to say is long distance relationship can work or not. It just depends on the individual. Now, fun ways now to connect with your partner despite the distance. So if you're someone out there who is experiencing a long distance relationship, probably you have a long distance relationship, these are definitely some tips for you. First, doing things together, like I told you, while you are apart, makes you feel like that person is there even though he or she physically isn't there. Finding the right amount of conversation. So don't go ahead talking about things that are really irrelevant, because sometimes we could just get swayed by the tongue and we could just say something that we don't really mean sometimes. So make your communication very, very deliberate. Know what you want to achieve at the end of the conversation, and go for it. Respecting the reason for being apart. This is very key, both in a normal relationship and in a long distance relationship. So don't go ahead pointing fingers and laying blames on things that you both agreed that you're going to undergo. So respect the reason for being apart. It could be work related, it could be studies related or school related. Respect the reasons for being apart. Set boundaries. It's okay to set boundaries. Like, seriously, as individuals, it's very okay to set boundaries. It doesn't mean you love that person less, but setting boundaries, from my experience, could be a way of earning respect. So once you just go above and beyond with your emotions, you're not able to discipline yourself in some certain areas. I don't want to go into details. Most of the time it brings disrespect, and of course, respect is very important in a relationship. Enjoy your personal life. So the fact that you're apart doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a life of your own. No, like, go for courses, do whatever makes you happy, hang out with friends. That doesn't mean you should flirt and cheat, but just keep it simple, keep being yourself. Enjoy the fact that you are at different places, and enjoy the fact that it's just you and your partner in the relationship. Now, I particularly want to say these words of affirmation for those in a long distance relationship. So this is my gift from me to you. All right. So if you're in a long distance relationship, I want you to pick a pen and a paper, and I want you to say these words at least maybe twice in a week, or even every day while you say your prayer. It's very okay. Okay. Because we all want a successful relationship. Now, some words of affirmation for those in a long distance relationship. Number one, Tell yourself, I know my partner inside out because of our constant communication. You have to be double sure that you know the person you're dating, you know the person you got married to. So there is no way in the world that any kind of obstacle or hurdles could bring you both apart. Secondly, tell yourself, I understand that I completely love him for who he is. It is more than just loss. See what I'm saying? All right. So make sure you fall in love with that person from the inside. Let it be from the inside out. All right. Tell yourself, I will go through problems of trust that make me a stronger individual. So the fact that you have one or two squabbles doesn't mean you can't sort it out and even build a stronger connection. You will go through that problem, but you will overcome it. I can resolve conflict quickly. Tell yourself that. And finally, when we are together, I will appreciate every second with my partner. I hope I've been able to help someone out there. All right. Now, my final social media reaction on the program is from Chinomso Oga. Hmm. And she's saying, me, I can have a long distance affair, though it depends on the distance, Sha, and how often we see each other. Reasons why we are far apart matters too, and trust is a major factor. Without trust, they are both deceiving each other. Kudos, girl. I'm definitely saying a yes to that. Also, if we have a long history together, then we'll tackle the distance thing. I've seen people who made it work. It all depends on the partners involved. Like I'm telling you, all right, different strokes for different folks. You know what works for you. So don't go into a long distance relationship, even though it's not something that you are capable of handling. Like don't even test the waters. Don't go about testing the waters and telling yourself that you have the ability to probably endure some of the challenges that comes with a long distance relationship, and you get to find out that okay, oh, you're actually not capable. You have to know what you truly want in a relationship and go for it. So that's it on this edition of Love Angles. Keep your comments coming. I really appreciate it. Remember to like and share all of our programs and our videos. Follow us on all social media handles: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and the website is www.clickniger.net. Until next time, long distance relationships, they are actually hard. That's the hard facts there, but they are also incredible. So if you can love, if you can trust, if you can respect, support each other from the distance, then you will be unstoppable once you're physically together. Like it will just be easy peasy for you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Jennifer. Or keep your comments coming. Can long distance relationship work for you? Well, since we've ended the program, I'll tell you my own answer is a complete no for me. As long as I'm very positive that long distance relationships can work, it's not something that I might be able to put up with. So until next time, have a fabulous time and have a fabulous Wednesday. Bye.